Hello everyone, it is your boy back at it again with another video, and this time we're going to be talking about the origins of the abortion pill and how it came from a Nazi company. And we can trace back its origins all the way back to like 19 1940 39. This company was a Nazi company, and it produced the gas that was in the concentration camps, and uh it then produced the abortion pill. So we're going to get into the history, the chemicals and all that stuff. So let's jump right into the video. So let's start off with a statement from this from Live Action, this website. Interestingly, IG for Farben was a financial partner with the John D. Rockefeller and Standard Oil of New Jersey, and the company called Standard IG Farben. After the war, IG Farben would change its name and become known as uh, Hotchkiss AG today. Hotchkiss is a gigantic multinational corporation with subsidiaries all over the world, including the United States. Ironically, one of Hotchkiss' subsidiaries, Russell Uclaf, is the French company that developed RU486. uh, RU8486 is the abortion pill, by the way. In other words, the same company that produced the gas used in the Nazi death camps also produced the abortion pill. Now is now being used in American abortion clinics. So we have this crazy connection going on right now. So let's delve deeper into this. So here we have the connection. So IG for Farben made Zyklon B. Zyklon B was the gas used in the Holocaust. Became Auschwitz AG, owned by Russell Uclaf, invented RU 486. Russell Uclaf RU. You can see the connection there. So the same company that made Zyklon B also made the abortion pill. So there we can see the connection. Now, what was this gas used for? So it's really hard. This is a hard thing, but we're going to go into a testimony uh, by the survivors, one of the survivors. So it says here, when we arrived at Auschwitz, we were immediately selected on the ramp. I noticed the prisoner employed in one of the commandos kept whispering to the new arrivals, "You are young and healthy, you are young and healthy, you are young and healthy." Initially, we did not know what he meant, but later we understood it. Whoever was old and sick went from the ramp to the gas. All the children, all the mothers with children, and all the pregnant women went down to the ramp to the gas. Here, I also lost my friend Susie Wise, also lived in Venema. We were together in Thurston. I I can't even pronounce that. And we traveled together to Auschwitz. She had been taking care of the 6-year-old boy whose mother had died. On the ramp, this sealed her fate. Together with that boy, whom she loved very much, she went to the gas. Maybe people did not want to be separated from their loved ones to choose to go together with them to the gas. Now, that's a very, very hard thing. But the gas that was used in this testimony was Zyklon B, and it's a chemical compound that's just horrendous. Now, the chemical compound of Zyklon B is hydrogen cyanide. It's a poisonous gas that interferes with cellular respiration. Cyanide poisoning prevents the cell from producing acetonin triphosphate, ATP, by binding to one of the proteins involved in the electron transport chain. This protein, cytochrome C, uh, Zoetis, sorry, contains several subunits and has ligands containing iron groups. The cyanide compound of Zyklon B can bind at one of these iron groups, Him A3, forming a more stabilized compound through metal metal to ignite pi bonding. As a result of the formation of this new iron cyanide complex, the electrons would situate themselves on the hem of A3 group, can no longer do so. Instead, these electrons destabilize the compound. Thus, the hem group no longer accepts them. Consequently, the electron transport is halted, and cells can no longer produce the energy needed to synthesize ATP. Death occurs in a human being weighing 38 kilograms, 150 pounds, within 2 minutes of inhaling 70 milligrams of hydrogen cyanide. This is what was used during the Holocaust, and this is what it does. It may it's just terrible, terrible, horrible, terrible and horrible. So this group, this compound attaches itself to a cell to stop the electrons in the cellular at the cellular level. Okay, and during Auschwitz, they would pour this gas onto people and just murder them. And this is what they use. And the company that made it is connected to the abortion pill. So how does this Rue 486 work? Now, during normal pregnancy, uh, there's certain things that happen. Some things that happen is that progesterone's job is to keep the uterine line thick, prevent contractions, maintain the placenta, and signal the body to continue pregnancy. But with this Rue uh, 486, the abortion pill, it sits on the receptor like a fake key to block the progesterone from working. No progesterone pregnancy cannot continue. So once this is blocked, uterine line starts to shed, blood vessels collapse, the embryo detaches, the placenta stops functioning. This is similar to an early stage miscarriage, but triggered hormonally rather than surgically. So this pill attaches itself uh to this progesterone and what it does, it stops it from continuing on with the pregnancy. And what happens is that the blood vessels collapse, the embryo detaches, placenta stops functioning, and it induces a miscarriage on purpose. So you're with this pill, you're doing a miscarriage. So the connection that we can make is that both companies made a chemical that killed people. Okay, Rue 486 binds to the hormonal receptors. Zygon B binds to certain enzymes. These mechanisms functionally different, but the results are the same. Both lead to death. Okay, Zygon B functions different, but it leads to death. Rue 486 still binds, but leads to the same result. That is, that it leads to death of a human being. Now, a fetus is a human offspring with its own DNA. Life begins at conception. Rue 8486 ends that life. Therefore, if the unborn is a person, RU 486 ends the life of that person. Just like Zygon B during the Holocaust. Isn't that crazy? That's just nuts. That's insane. Now, to end this video, I know it's really, really hard, but the fetus in Latin words is offspring. And now we have a human fetus. That means that's a human offspring. Now, human offspring in the womb needs to be protected. It has human rights. It has dignity. It has its own DNA. It's everything. And the people in Auschwitz were seen as second-class citizens. They weren't considered human. And so what did they do? They killed them chemically. And what happens with the abortion pill? You kill something chemically. So this whole process, and it's just crazy that this connection is made. Human life needs to be preserved. Human life is very precious, and human life is an absolute miracle from God, and it deserves to be protected. And what's happening is really, really evil, and it just makes me upset, and I'm very upset right now. But God has a plan, and God will see us through this. And every baby that's been killed in abortion is now up in heaven, because we know through scripture that the children belong to Jesus. Children belong to God, and they're up in heaven right now, and they're not dealing with this down here, and they're up in heaven living the best life, right in heaven and eternally. So that being said, do not take the abortion pill. The abortion pill, there's better options. Okay, and if you are a Christian and you're thinking about abortion, go read Psalms 127, verse 3, which says that the fruit of the womb is a blessing from God. So that little baby, no matter how it comes about, right from the foundation, is a blessing from God. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned something new. Peace out, players.